Every day, billions of people live their lives online, connecting, sharing, and exploring. But not everyone knows that danger hides behind every click. These are 5 stories, 5 traces left in the digital world.
The definition of identity theft is when someone uses your personal information or photos to pretend to be you, often for scam or fraud. Isa loved sharing her life online, every smile, every moment. Until one day, she met herself online. Someone had stolen her photos and identity. How do we identify this? First, strange account using your names or photos. Second, unknown logins or messages sent from your account. How can we avoid this? First, keep your personal information private. Second, use strong password and enable two-factor authentication. When we overshare, we make it easier for others to take what's ours.
Have you ever imagined someone pretending to be you, using your name, your address, or even your credit card to commit a crime? That is what we call identity theft, a growing problem in today's digital world. Identity theft occurs when someone uses your personal information, like your name, your address, your credit card number, without your consent to commit a fraud or other crimes. It can happen to anyone, whether through hacked account, stolen documents, or oversharing online. Let's look at a real-life case from the Philippines. A public teacher became a victim of identity theft after discovering that 3 banks claimed he had taken out salary loans worth nearly 800,000 pesos, loans he never applied for. He was shocked when his payroll account started showing monthly deduction of more than 9,000 pesos for payments he didn't owe. Later, it was revealed that he had once posted a photo of his professional ID online after passing the licensure exam. That single post may have given fraudsters enough personal information to steal his identity. Because of that, the teacher had to spend time and energy proving his innocence and clearing his name. This shows how easily identity theft can happen and why we must protect our personal data, especially on social media. As we saw in the example of the teacher, identity theft can happen to anyone, and it is not rare. Every year, thousands of people face similar challenges, losing money, time, and peace of mind. The scope of this problem is truly staggering. According to the Federal Trade Commission or FTC, 1.1 million identity theft were logged in 2024. Credit cards were the most reported type with 449,032 complaints filed. These numbers remind us that anyone can be a target and staying alert is crucial. Knowing how widespread identity theft is, it is natural to wonder what protection exists for victims and how long does it take to recover if it happens to you. Let's take a closer look at the law and recovery process to understand what steps can be taken. What law in the Philippines specifically cover computer-related identity theft? In the Philippines, the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 or Republic Act number 10175 includes Section 4, which criminalized the unauthorized acquisition, use, misuse, transfer, possession, alteration, or deletion of someone else's identifying information. This means that computer-related identity theft is recognized as a crime and victims have legal protection and resource. How long can it take to recover from identity theft? Recovery can take months or even years, depending on how quickly the fraud is detected and reported and how diligently the victim works to correct accounts and credit history. Being proactive and keeping detailed records of all communications with banks, authorities, and creditors can help speed up the process. Our personal information is valuable. Protect it like treasure. Stay smart, stay safe, and guard your identity every day.
The definition of phishing is a scam where fake messages trick you into giving passwords or personal data. The definition of malware is a harmful software that can steal, damage, or lock your files. Yana thought it was a normal email asking for account verification, but one careless click downloaded danger into her system. How can we identify phishing and malware? First, emails or texts asking for passwords, money, and urgent action. Second, suspicious links or attachment from unknown sources. How can we avoid phishing and malware? First, don't click unknown links. Second, use antivirus software and keep systems updated. Not every message is what it seems. The wrong link can destroy what you value most.
Phishing scams don't use viruses, they use deception. The first real-life example of phishing is the Facebook and Google. Between 2013 and 2015, both Facebook and Google lost over $100 million to a phishing scam. The attackers sent fake invoices pretending to be a real hardware supplier, and both tech giants unknowingly paid them. The second one is the Sony Pictures. In 2014, Sony Pictures employees received fake emails that led hackers into their system. The attackers stole personal data, unreleased movies, and internal documents, causing huge damage to the company's reputation. Malware has caused some of the biggest cyber disasters in history. The first real-life example of malware is the I Love You virus. Back in 2000, a simple email titled I Love You fooled millions of users. Once open, it spread rapidly and deleted files from computers around the world. Even government and business systems were hit. The second one is the Zeus. In 2007, the Zeus malware infected millions of computers worldwide, stealing bank logins and personal data. It caused huge financial losses by silently collecting information from users' online transactions. These cases remind us that anyone, from ordinary users to major corporations, can fall victim to malware or phishing. That's why awareness and cautions are our best defense. Did you know that phishing remains one of the most common online scams? Every day, over 3.4 billion phishing emails are sent worldwide, trying to trick people into giving away their passwords or personal data. In 2025, about 73% of organizations experience at least one phishing attack. What's worse, mobile phishing through texts and apps has increased by more than 250% this year alone. That's why we always need to think before we click. Meanwhile, over 560,000 new pieces of malware are detected every single day. That's how fast cyber threats are spreading worldwide. In fact, around 30% of computers in the US are already infected with malware, without users even realizing it. Global cybercrime losses have even reached an estimated $8 trillion since 2023. This shows how one simple click can open the doors to 1,000 threats. These numbers remind us that cybersecurity isn't just a technical issue. It is a daily habit. Stay alert, stay informed, and protect your data. Now that we've seen how phishing and malware work, let's talk about some common questions people have about these internet threats. The first question is, how do hackers spread phishing and malware attacks? The answer is, they usually use fake emails, pop-ups, or infected links that trick people into downloading harmful files or revealing their information. The second question is, who are the usual targets of these attacks? The answer is, anyone online can be a target. Students, employees, or even big companies like Facebook or Sony. The question number 3 is, Why cybersecurity awareness is important? The answer is because almost everything we do is online. One careless click can expose personal data or cause major financial loss.
Hi guys, I'm gonna sing Mundo by Iwas. Hope you enjoy it.
Amory loved making people smile, but one post turned her world dark. The comments came fast, cruel words that cut deeper than she expected.
So how do we identify it? First, when the repeated rude, insulting, or embarrassing comments or messages occur. Number two, when the post made to embarrass or harm someone's reputation. Let us also know how to avoid cyberbullying. First, don't engage bullies, block, or report them. Number two, keep evidence and tell a trusted adult or authority.
The definition of cyberbullying is using the internet to hurt, threaten, or humiliate someone. Words may be typed, but the pain they cause is real.
Cyberbullying is the intentional and repeated use of digital platforms to harass, threaten, or humiliate someone.
Pinuntahan ng GMA Regional TV, Balitang Bisdak, ang isa sa dalawang high school students sa bahay nila sa Barangay Tisa, Cebu City. Mariin itong itinanggi ang ipinost ng kanyang guro na isa siya sa nangupya sa periodical exam. Sa pag-aalala ng nasabing estudyante na baka mabuli, mas pinili niya nang huwag lumabas sa kanilang bahay.
Gulgi ko ato sir nga inato ang hitabo sir. Nga dito maayo yung ibuha sir. Nga ipawawa niya ato niya sir.
Iginit niya na hindi niya ginawa ang paratang at hindi din niya alam na kinuhanan sila ng video nang sila ay kinumpronta ng kanilang guro.
In a recent example, the Department of Education investigated a case in Cebu City where a teacher allegedly shamed two high school students accused of cheating on a periodical exam. The teacher reportedly took a video of the students being scolded and posted it online. One of the students denied cheating but stayed home from school due to fear of bullying. This case differs from typical peer-to-peer cyberbullying, but it demonstrates the impact of online shaming and the abuse of authority. There are also a real-life example of cyberbullying, like when a fake school confessions page spread malicious rumors about specific students, leading to public harassment and severe anxiety. And last but not the least is when a student was cruelly excluded from a party planning group chat and then sent screenshots of the group mocking her appearance. Based on the data from Exploding Topics, Instagram and Facebook are the social media platforms with the highest rates of cyberbullying, with approximately 29.8% and 26.2% of users reporting such experiences respectively. They are also followed by Snapchat at 22%, while platforms like WhatsApp, YouTube, and Twitter or X report significantly lower percentages. Regarding the most common forms of this harassment, posting mean or hurtful content is the predominant type, affecting about 77.5% of targets. Other frequent methods include spreading rumors is 70.4%, excluding individuals from chats or groups is 66.4%, and repeated unwanted contact is 55.5%. And also, cyberbullying offense stems from appearance-based attacks, accounting for 61% of cases. Other significant factors include academic achievement or intelligence is 25%, race is 17%, sexuality and financial status is both 15%, and religion is 11%. Let us now proceed to our Q&A portion. I did some research about what is the common questions regarding in this type of internet threat. The first question, What is cyberbullying and how is it addressed under Philippine law? Cyberbullying is the use of digital platforms to harass, threaten, or intimidate individuals. In the Philippines, this issue is addressed by two key laws. First, the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013, which requires schools to implement policies against bullying, including cyberbullying. The second one is the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, which criminalizes offenses like online label and identity theft. However, enforcement faces challenges due to online anonymity and cultural acceptance of indirect harassment. To combat this, schools and advocacy groups are now focusing on digital literacy, programs to educate youth on safe online practices and reporting mechanisms. The second question is what are the potential legal consequences for someone who engages in severe cyberbullying? The answer is the legal consequences vary by country and severity. In the Philippines, while there is no single law called the cyberbullying law, several existing laws can be applied. First, the Anti-Bullying Law, Republic Act 10627, mandates schools to address cyberbullying leading to disciplinary action like suspension. Number two is the Cybercrime Prevention Act. Republic Act 10175 can address cyberbullying that constitutes online harassment or threats. And also, libel laws can be applied if the bullying involves spreading false and damaging information. In severe cases that involve threats or violence, coercion, or lead to victim self-harm, perpetrators could face criminal charges resulting in fines or even imprisonment.
The definition of data breach is when hackers break into a databases and steal personal or financial information. Peter trusted his company's system, but even strong walls can be broken. One attack and thousands of people's private information were exposed. So how can we avoid it? First, use strong and unique password for every account. Second, change password regularly and enable security updates. One small weakness can open the door to a world of loss.
You wake up, open your phone, and suddenly, your account is gone. Your picture, your message, your memories, all taken. That's what we call data breach, when someone steals your information without permission. For practical example, is the Facebook data breach in 2019, where over 530 million users' information was leaked online. Another one was the Yahoo breach in 2013, where around 3 billion accounts were hacked. That's a very big number. In 2023, more than 6 billion records were exposed because of data breaches around the world. That means hackers are still very active. Data breaches usually happen when people use weak password, open fake emails, or share their information carelessly. Here are some quick questions and answers. How can we protect our data? To protect our data, use strong passwords, don't click random links, and log out when using other computers. And what should we do if we get hacked? If we get hacked, change your password right away and check your accounts for anything strange. Always remember is that our data is important. We should protect it the same way we protect our money or things at home.
Lilith wanted to stay informed and share what she read, but not everything online is true. The definition of fake news is it is false or misleading information spread to deceive people. The definition of ransomware is a type of malware that locks your files until you pay some money.
So how do we avoid this? First is verify information before sharing. Second is avoid downloading from untrusted sites and back up your files regularly.
In the digital world, lies spread faster than truth, and believing them can cost you more than you think. The internet connects us, but it also tests us. Think before you click, verify before you share, because every click leaves a trace.